What was the first like major technology that you think like really blew your mind?
Before the internet, what would you say was like your ideal like Friday night?
Burnt CDs to being able to stream everything you want on Spotify.
Think about it, cancel culture came from where? The internet. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Doubt and Devotion podcast. I'm your co-host, Billy G.
What's going on, guys? I'm Jared.
And did the internet ruin the world? I mean, I think that's the question a lot of people ask, at least in my age range. The truth is, if you were born before the year 2000, you probably have no idea what life is like without the internet. But for us old folk, us millennial folk, we have a childhood that had no internet involved in it. And I could see the difference from my life back then to life now. For my children now, it is vastly, vastly different.
Yeah. Look, we know that we need the internet, right?
Yeah.
I would definitely say that social media, and we kind of talked about this, but I would really say that social media has done a ton more negative than positive. Mm-hmm. In my personal opinion, we'll never know. Yeah, that's the reality.
That's done for. Yeah,
but it just seems that way, largely for the fact that kids aren't kids anymore. They're just not. It's completely different. We used to go from sun up to sundown on weekends, and that was the only rule that we really had.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, be back
when the streetlights come
exactly.
on. Yeah,
and that doesn't exist. It's just.
I mean, even beyond that, I mean, think about just the world period, man. Have you been to the Coral Square Mall lately?
Yeah, actually,
it is pathetic.
It's so bad.
Pathetic. Okay, and that is all because of people buying things online, Amazon. The access of just ordering something from your couch didn't exist when we were kids.
Yeah.
Even like teenagers. I mean, you could order things online when we were teenagers, but like you still like had to show up, try the clothes on, try the shoes on. Today, that world is just non-existent, man. Like retail store locations, front locations are just dying.
I don't know how they stay open.
Coral
Square is so bad.
It is
because
so
there's an
bad.
arcade in there that Luca likes.
Yeah.
So we were actually there last weekend.
Yeah.
And I will say this, because sometimes we randomly take them during the weekdays, and that's a ghost town. There's like 17 total people.
No, 16 of them work there.
I can't believe that they're still in business. I don't understand
Me either, man. I don't get it. Now, granted, I don't know if the Boca Mall is completely different.
Yeah.
Boca Mall seems very more upscale. They're with the times.
People go there to kind of like hang out almost. It's not like they're just going for shopping.
Well, I think too that the Boca Mall has more upscale stores.
Restaurants too.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I think when you're buying a Louis purse, you kind of want to touch it first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that sort of thing. Whereas, Hot Topic, if there's a band T-shirt, I could just buy it online, which is probably why they're not going to.
Yeah, for the majority of the stuff, you're going online.
For sure, yeah. So, I mean, that's just like one piece of like how culture has changed so much just from the internet. And then you touched on social media or really just how we interact with each other in general. Do you remember AOL chat rooms?
Of course, yeah.
That was like the first social media, quote unquote. It was like the first time I could talk to somebody without them being like in front of my face.
Yeah, I used to rush home from school to hear that dial-up sound and get connected.
Yeah.
What's it called? Your screen name. I couldn't think of what it's
called.
Yeah,
mine was Corn8827.
Mine's Sneaky Snake. Still have that email, by the way. And if you don't know where that's from Mad TV. Sneaky Snake. I still have that email active, sadly. Thank God I don't use it anymore, but probably at this point, 10 years ago, I would still give it out. It's so embarrassing. Like, what's your email? Sneaky Snake 160 at AOL.
Josh's was Big Johnson. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, there's some wild ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but AIM was like the only real way to communicate outside of you had to call. And that's another thing that I feel like is completely forgotten, or kids just don't know that they even existed, the landlines.
Yeah.
You see that video, I'm sure you have, where this girl's like talking about this phone had a cord attached to it, and she's like shocked.
No,
and then
I haven't seen that.
Oh, dude, it's so funny. And then the guy comes on, he's like, oh God, she's talking about a landline. What year is it? Like, they don't know anything about that kind of stuff.
I know.
It's like, to them, it's like fossils.
Yeah, I know. And truthfully, the internet had a lot to do with that too, because of voice over IP, right? So you can get a lot of just calls forwarded to your cell phone if you wanted to. Then we have Wi-Fi coming into effect, cellular networks coming into effect. I mean, dude, do you remember your first cell phone?
Yep.
I remember my first one. I had a Nokia. It was the
Mine
brick
was a Nokia as well.
and I had the keyboard that like changed lights.
Yeah,
when
which was
it rang.
fascinating.
Yeah, it was
Dude,
amazing.
The cases that you could get for
Yeah,
those
it was
things.
amazing.
Was it the cases or the phone that actually
It
changed
was like
lights?
it was like the battery and then the touch.
Yeah, because I remember
the
I was
pad.
super excited. I got like a clear one, and
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
see the lights.
Yes,
dude,
yes.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my first phones. You remember the first? What was the first flip phone? Do you guys know?
It was a Motorola, I think.
I would.
I would assume Motorola.
I always think it was because Josh and his family had that. They had the chirp where they could like
Yeah,
radio
yeah.
each
I
other.
had that too. Nextel.
Yeah.
Nextel was awesome too. That was actually really cool. I'm curious. Probably Motorola, but
It was a Motorola
Yeah.
StarTAC released in 1996.
96.
Yeah, I remember.
See, that's
Yeah.
the thing. We got to experience a lot of those types of things. First iPhone, first flip phone.
Yeah.
The caller ID.
Yeah.
You know, like you remember
Yeah,
when that?
so true.
That was
Caller
like
ID.
that was like revolutionary.
Or DVR.
DVR.
Where you could like record TV. Like there was a period of time, I know this may sound very strange to kids today. There was a period of time where like you had to sit down in front of the television and wait for your show.
Yeah.
And then if you had to go to the bathroom, you waited till the commercials, ran as fast as you could because you got about 2 minutes.
Yep.
And then come back and plant your ass again to rewatch your. continue to
Otherwise,
watch
you're
your
missing.
show. Or else you're missing it. It's done for. It's over.
It really is crazy because, you know, people that grew up in 90s and 2000s, you get to experience both. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we got to see the landline go from landline to FaceTime.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
from burning CDs to Spotify,
Yeah.
streaming in general. Like we got to live through a lot of both, you know, Blockbuster to Netflix.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember when Netflix first started coming up?
Yes,
And
they were-
I used to talk trash.
Me too. It was
I was
terrible.
like, they're never gonna make it.
Yeah,
They're-
it was
they're-
stupid.
You got to
Well,
mail back the CDs.
Yeah, it was horrible. Their
It was
business model was
really,
terrible.
really bad.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, they changed it, and now it's like
Look at
name a
look,
home that doesn't have Netflix.
You look at them. It's truly crazy.
The-
What was the first like major technology that you think like really blew your mind?
It had to be my first home computer. I'll never forget.
Yeah.
It was probably had to be like 95 or 96. I woke up on Christmas Day and there was a massive box.
They
under
were
the
so-
tree.
they were
it was
so big.
humongous.
Yeah.
And I was like, what in the world could that even be? And we opened it and it was a Windows 95. Okay. And we set it up in our living room. And it was so amazing because I had my own little like profile.
Yeah.
You know, like my parents had theirs
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I had
like a little-
mine. Yeah. I had my own little profile and I would like play Snake and like that pinball game.
Yeah.
And like, you know, eventually they gave me my own AOL sign in. And then I found out their password and like took all the restrictions off
Got
of
the
mine.
user access, the admin access.
And like, you know, I think that was the first piece of technology where I was like, man, this is
Yeah.
wow. You know, and I had a Sega Genesis before that. So like I knew what video games were, though I wasn't huge into them until like N64 came out. That was
Yeah.
like the next one that really
Yeah.
blew my mind. But the first one was definitely the first, like the Windows 95 PC.
Yeah, I would say that was a big.
was
Obviously,
huge.
that's a big.
Because at that point, it was like, you know, computers were really just in businesses at that point.
Yeah.
You know, they were at checkout stores or like big corporations, IBM type stuff. And now, as a middle class, normal family, we were able to have a computer.
Yeah.
You know, that was like a huge leap forward.
Yeah. When did the first iPhone come out? Can you look that up? I do remember that.
That was early
that was
2000s,
pretty crazy,
wasn't it? Like mid to early 2000s.
Yeah, I would assume early, maybe 2003, 2004. I definitely want to say it was before we graduated high school, right?
January 9th, 2007.
Oh,
Gross.
damn! Right
Right when we graduated high
Okay.
I remember in high school when my buddy Peter first got the first iPad. Or not the iPad.
iPod.
The iPod.
I those were
Dude,
cool
that blew
too, bro.
my
I still
Yeah.
think that those are like I feel like they should kind of remake those almost.
Bring
you know
it
what I mean?
back.
Yeah. I think they're awesome. Like you could store so many songs on those
but
iPods.
then the argument
I get
is,
it's kind of unnecessary,
your
but
phone.
for sake of the nostalgia,
Yeah.
you know, like I don't know.
I mean, you know, I think Apple now is such a different company
Yeah.
than it was back then. Like Apple, not that they're not doing this now, but they really made like insane, intuitive, cutting edge products.
Yeah.
Whereas like now, man, it's like, I mean, Android's way ahead of them in tech. And look, I'm just saying this. I'm
You
saying
don't
this
say
as
that.
an Apple
You don't
user.
say that. Shut up.
I'm an Apple user. I will never buy an Android a day in my
Ugh.
life. But Apple is just now about to come out with the open flip phone. My mom had that like 5 years ago as an Android. Yeah. So like,
no, they've been ahead of us on the technology side of it.
Apple keeps you on the hook.
But Apple is just, as far as like usability.
As far as the ecosystem, it is the best.
It's way more user friendly.
I will never own an Android.
I'm
a day in my
completely
life.
lost when I hold someone's Android.
Oh, dude, I know.
I can barely unlock it.
Bad.
Like, how do I make a call?
Why is this pattern here?
Dude, it's like,
just give me like a 4-digit code.
It's much smoother than Android's too. Like just scrolling through an iPhone.
Yeah, that user friendly.
The interface.
The user interface
is so different.
Way more welcoming.
Yeah.
But it is kind of crazy to think that like our kids will never have those experiences. You know, they just won't. Not to say that they obviously they live in a very technologically advanced time frame. And
I mean with AI and like I mean, dude, they're doing things now that like we couldn't dream of. Like imagine having your homework at home and just asking
even
AI to do that. Like as a kid, like I had no perception.
That's
of that.
another thing that we lived through both, right? Like so it is crazy to know that we used to handwrite papers for school.
Cursive writing.
Now we could go in AI and they could do it for us in
with seconds.
6 seconds.
Seconds, man.
Like a full essay.
I've had it break down full math equations for me.
It's insane.
Pretty wild, man.
I would say that one of the things that I miss most, aside from just being a kid and going from sun up to sundown and skateboarding and riding our bikes to just as simple as riding our bikes to Publix or Albertsons and that little Deerfield strip mall. Like, we used to live over there.
Me too. I was over there so much.
It's so simple, but it was some of the best times of my life.
Yeah, man.
But aside from that, I would say like the nostalgia of the most nostalgic things for me is probably the gaming systems. You know, like that's what I spent most of my childhood doing, aside from playing with my friends.
And tying that into the internet, this is like pre-internet gaming systems. Like
there was no online.
There was no
gaming.
online. Yeah, there was no like, oh shoot with my friends. Like it was like, we're all gonna go to my house Friday night.
Exactly. Yeah, like LAN up.
And then everybody bring your controller. Yeah. Okay, 4 can fit in the console. And we're gonna play GoldenEye.
What is it? GoldenEye, Mario Kart, Mario Party was so much fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Like that was some of the best times. You have sleepovers with a bunch of friends and play games, but we were also very active though. You know what I mean? Like that's the difference. Is like kids nowadays they're stuck on iPads and PlayStation 5s, but they don't do anything active, and that's one thing that like I cannot get on board with. That you have to be active. I'm okay with, I did it, so I'm not going to knock it. Like, I played a lot of video games when I was growing up.
Sure.
But I still did.
You did other things.
Yeah. I had to play hockey. Not had to, I wanted to. I would play hockey, work out, jiu-jitsu. I did so many different things.
Yeah.
That it's like, I earned that downtime. You know what I mean?
See, for me, I mean, it's like, I think we touched on this a little bit once before, but like, I'm kind of, I don't know, maybe it's partially our fault, but like, I'm kind of nervous to let Charlotte live even remotely close to how I lived my childhood.
That's actually one of my questions I had for you.
Yeah.
Would you allow your child to grow up the same way that we grew up?
I don't know, man. And I don't say that because we grew up in a bad way. I mean, we grew up in an amazing way. But like, maybe it's because she's a girl and maybe I would think differently if I had a boy. But like, the thought of her coming home from school and being like, all right, peace out, I'll see you in a couple hours. And her leaving and me having no clue where she is. Yeah. Gives me a panic attack. I just when they go outside to throw the football, all in my mind I think of is cars turning the corner too quickly. What if some weirdo walks into my neighborhood?
What if? Let me pose it in a different way. What if the things that are happening in today's world weren't happening? So it was back then. I know there was still some weirdos, obviously, but it wasn't as well known, and it definitely wasn't as implanted in your mind as it is today. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so if it was truly like we could go back in time, I know it sounds silly, but I'm curious, like, then would you be, I guess you want to have a choice at that point, right?
Yeah. I mean, what else are they going to do?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess what else are they going to do? But either way, I don't know. It's uncomfortable to think about as a parent, like knowing what I did as a child.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I crossed like major intersections on my bike. I got hit by a car one time riding my bike to school. I was in 5th grade. I was riding right past a bush, and this lady came out of 7-Eleven right there on Hillsborough Power Line, smacked me, drugged me into the street with her.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Freaking helicopters came. Deputy Dodd came out from the school,
Okay.
from elementary school.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a big deal. I was luckily okay. The way it worked was like I hit her tire well, and then she drugged me. So it wasn't like she hit me into.
Well, you were well built at that time, right?
I was. I had a lot of pushing for the
Had a
cushion.
little cushion.
But I think about something like that. Like, imagine my parents sitting at home, and Josh runs into their house. And says,
Yeah.
Billy just got hit by a
dude.
car.
Yeah.
Dude, I would die.
Yeah.
I would just die. Instant heart attack. Yeah. Okay. And like, I remember the look on their faces when they pulled up, and I was fine. You know what I mean? But like, I think about that stuff, and I'm like, man, I just don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Like, maybe if we lived in a different area, but we live in a place that is even more populated now than it was then.
Yeah.
And it's full of just bad drivers, just straight up bad people. There was a shooting in Coral Springs literally last night, dude. Some dude is dead, like right around the corner from my house.
Really? I didn't hear
look it
about
up.
that.
We're on Riverside, man. He's literally around the corner.
Riverside's a bad area.
Well, yeah,
dude.
but see, it depends on where you're at on Riverside. But
Yeah.
like, I'm right off of it. So like, there's like Riverside, Royal Palm, and then
There's like
my
a small
neighborhood
section where it's
not
really
good.
bad.
Yeah, the closer you are to Wiles, the
Wiles,
worse it is. Yeah,
exactly.
Not good. So this was like right near, Royal Palm, but like, dude got shot dead 3 a.m.
Wow.
The SWAT team was there and everything. So like, not to say that wasn't happening when we were kids.
So
People were
so
definitely
yours
still-
is more so out of fear of something like that happening.
Yeah, man. I just, you know what? And maybe it's because of what happened to Samantha too. That
Yeah.
I'm like hardwired to always assume the worst case scenario and then prep my brain for that. And
Yeah,
then
I'm sure that's a major
think of like,
factor.
okay, what ways can I make that not happen?
Avoid
But-
that.
But even before she passed, I remember like Charlotte, we were walking up to my apartment that I had before I bought my first house, and she turned the corner. I kind of like let her walk ahead of me a little bit, and when I turned the corner, she wasn't there. And I'm like, bro, like everything dropped, and I screamed her name, and then from around the corner, it was like a little like cement block. She went. I was like, I'm gonna kill you. She was like so innocent, like what?
Oh, that's amazing.
I think a lot of that. I think a lot of the fear, because I fear the same thing with my kids, and
I think we all do.
but I think like social media. I always say social media, but like we go on there all the time, and I see so many
it's the
things on
worst.
Facebook.
Yeah,
It's the
it's
worst.
a,
And
it's
it
a
just gets
highlight
you-
reel.
It gets you in your head. All the bad things you see it all the
No.
time on Facebook, on Instagram,
Yeah.
with other people that you know, even. Things happen all
that's
the time. So
100%.
that also plays a role. Back in the day, our parents didn't have that.
Exactly. No,
You
that's
didn't see
100% the
kids,
case.
You saw little
Yeah.
things on the news.
The news, yeah, for sure.
But very little compared to
No,
what we
that's
do now.
100% the issue. Like these things happened when we were kids.
Of course,
Right?
of course.
Obviously, but
Yeah.
these are highlight reels for us where you're
Right.
seeing every day you could go on and see something negative.
I remember
every
when
single
when
day.
I was young, there was a lady who was trying to kidnap a kid when I was probably 9 or 10. There was a bunch of us on a bike, and we had to call the cops
Damn.
and stuff. Yeah, my dad went around looking for her. It was wild.
Oh, dude,
But
I
it
had a kid-
happened back in the day. It's
I
just-
had a kid
Of
pull a
course.
knife on me and Josh. We were walking in Winston Park, and like kid just walks up, opens the knife, says, "Give me all your money, give me your wallet," and like, dude, I just got paid like literally the day before. I didn't give him nothing. I was like, I had cash on me from Hungry Howie's, and because I was dressed in all black, he didn't search me. But he searched Josh. He took Josh's like phone and shit. It was it was bad. It was bad. And I literally had like $60 cash in my pocket. I'm like, I'm not giving it. I'm not giving it. to
Was it
this
someone older or younger?
Yes, he was an older kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's like, all right, turn around and walk 100 steps, and then you could turn around.
Walk
you know?
100 steps.
Yeah,
This guy
yeah,
was experienced.
Yeah, for real. So like, obviously these things did happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think too, like I said, I think the fact that I have a girl, and Mike, you have a girl too, I think that does play a small role into this. Like boys, I don't know. I mean, granted yours is 5, so you wouldn't trust them as much. But like when I think if I had a boy who was 14, 15, they handle themselves a
Yeah,
little
no,
differently.
it's different. Yeah, no, I get that. It's
yeah,
different.
my parents definitely treated me different than my sister.
I could see that.
I was always outside. My sister was.
I could see that. Like, man,
Yeah, no, I get it. That makes sense. That makes sense. So, do you think that our kids have? I think I know the answer, but do you think they have a more of an advantage growing up in this time,
I think,
or is it doing them a? Is it?
I think it depends on how
impacting them
you look
negatively?
at it. Depends on how you look at it. So, assuming that AI doesn't completely take over the world and all the technology jobs, our kids are going to be very wise when it comes to using devices, integrating technology into their daily life. Like it could make their lives very simple. I mean, dude, here's a huge difference, right? My dad pays me a month every month because we share the same car insurance, and he cannot figure out how to use Zelle. So every month he comes to my house and gives me cash. All right, it drives me insane. I'm like, Dad, it's 4 buttons. I could literally show you how to do it. Nope, he doesn't care. Doesn't want to learn how to do it. It's too complicated, right? So that just shows you the barrier difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so our kids are going to be so good with technology by the time they reach, let's say, adult age. So I think in that way it could benefit them. They could be very good like entrepreneurs or like using the internet to their advantage. But I think they do lose out on the human side of life. Like I'm sorry, nothing replaces like me and my boys riding our bicycles and into the sunset. You know what I mean? Like after playing a hard football game, like they're never going to experience that. So that sucks. I think they do miss out on some of the social stuff that we got. But it might pay off as far as the technology.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be harder for them to connect with people.
Yeah.
It just is.
For sure.
They don't
Social
have the
cues are
interactions.
different.
Yeah.
I see it with Mackenzie too. Like she'll say things and I'm like, if I said that to somebody at your age, we would be fighting.
Yeah.
Fist fighting.
Yeah.
If someone said that to me. So it's like, I feel like because they're so used to being behind screens, their egos are much more inflated.
100%. We talked about this with those little
much more
dumb
inflated.
kids riding bikes at you.
Yeah, like back then it was like
haven't
you
been
got something
punched
to
in the
say.
mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, 100%. And one thing I was thinking about is like social media even takes away the aspect of laughing at all the same things because your algorithm dictates the memes and jokes or whatever you're seeing. Like they dictate what they put in front of you, and everyone sees different stuff for the most part.
Sure. Oh,
so if your algorithm's different from your friend's algorithm, they could know about memes and jokes that you would never know about compared to like us. Your clique, the people that you associated with and hung out with back in our time, like you all had the same jokes. You laughed at the same inside jokes.
Yeah.
Now it's like if you're not on the same algorithm, you could be completely out of the loop.
Or there were like school-wide jokes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There were jokes that like everybody in school knew about. Or unfortunately, it was some kid who was the ass end of it. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, it was about you, Mike. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things, But yeah, I totally understand. Like it's easy to be on different wavelengths today.
But it's just crazy. And same goes for the negative aspect. We talked about this briefly, but like if you happen to be someone that's getting picked on in school, it's all over social media.
It's nonstop.
And it's there to stay.
Yeah, man.
And it just chases you.
Yeah.
That's scary in itself.
It's rough, man. So before the internet, right? Before like we were able to connect with other people online, like what would you say was like your ideal like Friday night? Like what did that look like?
I guess it would depend on, for the most part, I would say we loved playing hockey. So hockey, if you're talking strictly nighttime or just Friday in general, like a
just whatever, Friday in general.
I'd say either playing video games with a group of friends or but Blockbuster was like
the best.
Yeah, man. Like
best,
you have a movie night, you go there,
best.
you pick some candy, you go through the movies. Like that was awesome.
Yes,
and that
it was.
sucks that our kids will not experience that.
Yeah, I know, man. That was like, I think an essential part of our childhood.
100%.
Was Blockbuster.
We did it.
Yeah, Hollywood Video was another one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hollywood. I don't know if they had that anywhere else, but here in South Florida, they had Hollywood Video.
Yeah, I would definitely say Blockbuster was king.
It was the number one.
Yeah,
of course.
Blockbuster was king.
Of course.
I would say, either video games or Blockbuster. What about you?
I guess it kind of depends on the age. So like, I'd say if we were young, like truly like pre-internet taking over age, I would probably go to Josh's because I preferred going to Josh's. His parents just let us stay up later than mine did. And they didn't bother us nearly as much as mine did. Plus he had Steven, so it was kind of like I was getting 2 people over there. So I'd go over there and we would play, Mario 64 or GoldenEye, Pizza Hut pizza, not anything else. Pizza Hut pizza, because another unfortunate thing is kids will never know how good Pizza Hut used to be. It was the fire.
I'm glad you said used to.
Yes, it's terrible now.
Dude, because I miss that so much.
Me too, man. The deep dish pan pizza,
The crust.
with the buttery,
The
like
crust.
it was just, the
Fat
cheese
Jared's
was
coming
the
out right
cheese
now.
was so fake, but it was so good. So like, you know, a Pizza Hut pizza with N64 and just staying up until I couldn't keep my eyes
Yeah.
open. It was just a beautiful time. I could still smell like Josh's house. You know what I mean? Like, I'm dead serious. Like, it was just such a, God, it was just such a good time when I think back on it.
Yeah. It gets depressing, man. I
It
always
does.
say,
It does get depressing.
I
Yeah.
always say, like, the times where I didn't have a car and I had to ride my bike everywhere or skateboard everywhere, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And obviously that's largely due to not having stress and bills and this and that.
Well, so what
but-
about this too? What about like when there was just a little internet, right? Because there was a phase where like there was no internet, a little bit of internet, like
Yeah.
kind of internet,
Yeah.
and then full blown everything is internet. I feel like that little bit of internet phase was also pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Right? Where
100%.
like, you know, we were able to like look up things online. Like I remember playing World of Warcraft with my friends.
Yeah,
This is like
online
high
gaming.
school range. Yeah, online gaming kind of started to become a thing. Like I think that was also like a good balance of life. Like, we
100%.
still went out, we still did things. I didn't have the world at my fingertips, so to say.
yeah.
But if I needed it, it was on the computer at home. You know,
Yeah,
I think that
no,
was
I
like
agree.
peak balance of the internet.
Yeah, that was definitely
Online shopping was starting to become a thing.
yeah.
It was there.
Yeah.
But the malls were still popping. You know, it was a good balance.
Yeah, I agree. Like a good happy medium. Yeah, online gaming was massive. Again, I played a ton of games, especially in, I'd say, high school, because that's how I met Josh. Like,
Yeah.
that was definitely something like kind of that revolutionized our childhood. I
For
guess
sure,
you could
yes.
say.
It changed it. You know,
Yeah.
it went from, you know, maybe playing some solo games or RPG games to, you know, these games where like, dude, World of Warcraft, man, like there was a whole world to play.
Yeah,
There were
yeah.
different servers. I could play people across the world. Like it was just, I don't know, it was just unbelievable, man. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, nothing beats Call of Duty lobbies. Like full on trash talking, like
Yeah.
stuff that
Josh
you
was
should
king.
never say.
Josh was king trash
Oh
talk.
yeah,
Man. He was.
him and I.
He was bad.
I made my usernames like surrounding that, like LOL you mad. That was like one of my users. That's what I live for, to just trash talk other people.
That was like the
online.
original trolling.
Oh, it was
the original
so
trolling.
bad. It was so bad. Like looking back at it, sometimes it's like I shouldn't have said that stuff.
So let me ask. So let's segue into this then. So now we're in today's internet. Okay. So we think that's funny that they're talking trash like to each other playing games, but now the internet is basically 75% talking trash. That's like all the internet is
Yeah.
essentially there for.
Yeah.
Is just talking trash to people, especially social media. Like, why do you think that is? Why do you think that like the internet is such a dumping ground
toxic.
of human emotion, man?
So toxic.
It's so toxic, man.
Look, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. Like I laugh at some of this stuff, but
Me too, and I participate in some of it. I'm no angel.
I've
okay?
actually gotten a lot better with it. Like
Yeah.
I'll type stuff out and I'll delete it. I'll catch myself like, don't, like, what are you doing? Like, you claim you're a Christian? Like, literally, I have conversations with myself in my head. I've gotten so much better. I used to engage with everybody.
Yeah.
Like everybody could get it. But then I don't know. I started thinking about it. It's like it depends, right? Like if it's a video that like you're just poking at people and it's lighthearted, that's different. But
Yeah.
some things that you see, bro,
Messed up,
they're like they're
Messed up.
straight up bullying
Yes.
these people, man.
Yes,
And
or like making fun of the dead, or like
yeah,
you know what I mean? Just
it's crossing a line.
Distasteful,
It's
man.
crossing a line.
Yeah.
It's stuff that you know that they would never say to the person in their face, and that to me is like a line that shouldn't be crossed. And again, I'm very guilty of laughing at some of the stuff. But then if you stop and think about it,
yeah,
imagine how those people feel, man.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be bad, and
For
then
sure.
and then you got to hear about and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's
I'm sorry. The funniest ones though are like when it's like a video and then they make a song out of the comments.
Oh,
of that-
amazing.
of that video.
Amazing.
It's the best.
Amazing.
Those are the best. Those make me laugh so hard.
What's been getting me recently is the people that react to the comments.
Yes,
It's actually really funny.
It is,
At first,
yes.
it was pissing me off. I'm like, This lady's crushing it.
Yeah.
Just taking
slop
other
content.
people's,
Slop
you know what I mean?
content.
Like taking other people's stuff and just laughing at comments. I'm like, it's genius. But then she started getting me.
Yeah.
So she finds some good ones.
She does find some good ones.
The
I know
comments
exactly
are,
what you're talking about.
the comments is the funniest
It's
part.
the best part.
That's
It's the best
That's
part.
all I look forward to. When I
Yes.
see a video and I'm like, I already know.
So we're admitting that we absolutely engage in the worst corners.
Oh,
of the
I
internet.
read them.
Yeah.
I read them. Yeah,
like
absolutely.
the
admit
internet
it.
now is like, it's just a dumping ground for hate and anger. And
I don't know what caused it though.
I
I guess the fact that they get so many likes on their comments, like they want
It's true.
attention.
It's true.
You're
It's
on
almost like-
Instagram because you're seeking attention.
Well, we also have never had access to so many people's inner thoughts before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like before, like everybody has that voice in their head that speaks. And like, usually you kept that to yourself.
Yeah.
But now you get to use that voice on the internet anonymously and kind of just say whatever unhinged shit you want to.
Yeah. That's
know?
exactly what you
That's exactly what it
you're
is.
right. So
Yeah.
that goes back to the point of like, they would never say it to these people's faces.
Yeah.
They wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most of them are,
Yeah.
are internet trolls. Some people create accounts just for that.
Just for that. Oh, I know.
Solely
Yeah.
for that.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know the answer as to what caused the shift. I really don't know. I thought that would be my best guess, that they're just seeking attention. They want likes and laughs on their comments, and I can't think of any other reason.
Yeah.
I think it's human, bro. I think if we had this in the 90s, it would have happened.
Um,
Eventually, it just would have happened.
Sir,
It's
we
for
did.
human.
They were AOL chat rooms.
That's what I'm saying.
And I got kicked out
like
of
you said,
plenty of them.
The Call of Duty lobbies,
Yeah.
they were wild, bro.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you
true.
you put the internet in front of any generation over
Yeah.
a year or two, it would be the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. It's
It is
it's
definitely
the
more
advantage.
amplified now. Maybe it's just more visible
It's
now.
because it's more visible.
It's probably
Correct.
just more visible.
Yes. Imagine if you could monitor every Call of Duty lobby just as an outsider, dude.
Even
I would
Warcraft,
be.
man. Warcraft was bad.
It was
Warcraft was very bad.
All of them were bad. All of them were bad. So it's a good point. Like you're doing and saying the stuff that you know you could get away with because you're on the internet. Like you would never say that, first of all, because you don't really mean it. Like a lot of stuff that I said in Call of Duty lobbies, dude, like I wasn't being serious. I wasn't being genuine. I was
course.
just trying to piss people off.
Yeah, you're just trying to get.
So
a
I
rise
would
out
never
of it.
say that in
For sure.
in the person's face because of
For
that,
sure.
you know? So it is crazy to think of though.
Yeah.
It's definitely some of them again, some of them they cross a line. And
For
it
sure.
could be a little
just-
too much, man. Talking about people's kids.
And they got no issue doing it, man. No issue doing
Yeah,
it.
that for me is like
I've gotten some nasty ones before where I'm just like, how do you even sleep at night saying that?
to you?
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh yeah. Especially after the whole Samantha situation. Oh my God. Some of the comments and DMs I got from people were like,
See, I remember the messages, which is like,
man,
yeah.
messed up.
Yeah.
Bro. Messed up. Like, how are you gonna talk to somebody like that who like was in the situation that I was in? Like, how out of touch with reality are you?
Yeah.
You know, it's just so crazy. And of course, it's all anonymous. Again, they'd never
Exactly.
say that shit to my face.
They
Never.
probably create fake profiles.
Of course.
Just because they're
Of
too
course.
soft to say it to your face.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's the answer. It's like they have that advantage of being able to spew whatever nonsense they want
Yeah.
and have no repercussions.
It's sad that it's like that, though. You know what
I
I mean? Because
agree.
like the internet could be a positive place. I really think it could.
It was.
I mean, it's got corners of it that are positive, but the vast majority of the internet is
Yeah,
negative. dude.
yeah.
When it comes to human opinion, it is horribly negative. Look under any news page, and literally, I think any post, period, you'll find something negative that somebody has to say.
I think it goes back to what Mike's saying is it's human nature, and even people that don't want to admit it. Think about, I can't tell you, because this is something that bothers me. It's like I have a ton of acquaintances and friends, a ton, like a really
Me
large
too.
amount.
Yeah.
However, when I do anything, start a business, start a brand, anything, start a podcast.
Yeah. Start a podcast.
In all seriousness,
Yeah.
think about it.
Oh, I know.
That's frustrating.
It's very frustrating.
People very secretly, and sometimes they're not too good at not showing it. It's pretty obvious, right? They just, everybody wants you to do good, but nobody wants you to do better than them.
That's so true.
Right. That's
absolutely true.
that's the sad reality.
It's absolutely
And something as simple as liking a post and sharing and and just interacting on that post. We're not asking you to buy anything. And
taking
when I
literally
did
0 seconds.
when
of
I
your
did
time.
have products to buy, they all wanted free or discounts, and it's like we're the people that you should want to support. It just goes to show you, like that's human nature. They just hate.
Yeah, or it's just selfishness, man.
They hate.
Selfishness is just human nature.
Yeah, it is sad though.
Yeah,
it is sad.
Do you guys remember your favorite toys when you were growing up?
Oh yeah,
Like in the early '90s. I mean, I used to love like Ninja Turtles and all my action figures. Growing
Power
up.
Rangers was big for me.
Yeah.
It was a huge one. Especially like the Power Rangers that had like their own they had their own little vehicles. Like one was like an airplane, one was like a car, one was like a big truck, and then you combine them all together to make like the mega
like
one.
whatever it was called.
Yeah. I loved that shit.
Yeah,
man. That was
Ninja
amazing.
Turtles was big for me.
The movie was my favorite movie.
Hell yeah.
Growing up. The second one?
Yeah, Secret of the
Secret
Ooze.
of the Ooze?
Yeah.
Is
The
that
pizza
I was
in
gonna
the
say
beginning
slime?
is like top tier 90s nostalgia. That music and the cheese coming off the pizza, like it's the best, man.
Even I would say the movies. Obviously, I understand that, like, as far as like the picture goes, like everything's better, the quality's better. I get all that, but when's the last time you went to the movie theater and you were truly impressed? Think about it.
I know. I actually know that.
What is it?
Endgame. Endgame in 2019
That's 2019.
was
Okay.
the last time I went to the movie theater and was like, that was badass. That was the last time that I went. And before that, I really can't remember a whole lot. Like Infinity War, probably the year before.
Yes,
Infinity
all the
War.
Marvel
Infinity
movies.
War was amazing.
I did like all the Marvel
Thor
movies.
Ragnarok I thought was really good. Like basically a lot of the Marvel movies I was really enamored with. But like, dude.
Den of Thieves. Den of Thieves was really good. The first one. The second one was absolute trash.
Dude.
But that's, I don't
That
even
was
know
like
how
a
long
thing.
ago.
Like especially when me and Samantha first started dating, like, I don't drink. Like, you know what I mean? So like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
A lot of our dates were just going to the movies. And now, like I wanted to take Laura to the movies. Bro,
There's
there's
nothing.
nothing to even watch. It is horrendous. Horrendous. And then ever since COVID, all of the movies that have come out since then, I don't think I've seen one good one. Not literally none.
No, I can't tell you the last time.
one.
Like the kids' movies that I've been taking Luca to.
Even the kid one, man, like the Mario Galaxy movie, ass.
Oh, I liked it.
Ass.
I
The
liked
first
it.
one wasn't bad. Second one was ass. It was terrible.
I disagree with you there.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I mean, even the film look, like you said, the quality of the movies now from like the early '90s. Like I look at Happy Gilmore, the first one, and then the second one comes out.
Amazing
just the
movie.
cinematography.
Yes.
The way the film looks now.
It's different.
It's just.
It changes the whole vibe.
Yep.
It does, because
changes everything.
Happy Gilmore is a classic movie.
And that's the thing. They don't even make those types of movies anymore. Think about every movie that comes out now. Almost nothing is original. It's all remakes. It's all sequels or trilogies.
It's true.
They're just trying to redo an old idea. When we were growing up, it was new idea after new idea after new idea. It was like Toy Story, Jurassic Park.
That's very true.
They were just bangers back to back, especially comedy. Comedy when we were growing up was
Wedding Crashers
fantastic.
and
Old school.
What
Was it? Euro Trip. Dude, Van Wilder. Like when you think about like the stoner Grandma's Boy, the stoner like comedy movies were amazing.
That's very true.
And they have none
I
of
still
that now.
to this day go back and rewatch them.
They're
because
great
there's
movies.
no good
Great
movies.
movies.
Period.
Cancel culture, bro. That's a big thing too.
They
ruined a lot.
So
make
the
those
roast
You're
of
right.
Kevin Hart. Did you guys watch that?
Oh, I've been seeing clips and it
It's
looks
bad.
intense.
Yes. So
In a good way.
In a good way. So Shane Gillis at least has a set of balls on him and brought back some of that old comedy. And man, he's getting
He
hate
went
for it.
dark. Dark.
Yes.
Like I see a clip talking about that a lady's husband jumped off the bridge, and I don't know if that's true or not. I assume it is.
I don't know.
He's like Cheryl something's in the room. Her husband jumped off the bridge. Like
Dude, he was talking about
with
Kevin
a smile
Hart.
on his face, dude. He was saying some off the wall.
He's like,
stuff.
Kevin Hart's dad was addicted to cocaine. which is way more honorable than filming Jumanji 3. It's like, dude.
And I know he talks about someone. I guess someone young was there, and he said something about Epstein's Island.
Really?
Yeah,
oh my
dude.
God, man.
I gotta go watch it.
Yeah, see, I need to watch it now, too.
I love Shane Gillis.
I like Shane Gillis too. I don't know why people hate on him.
He's
why they hate on
hilarious.
him? Because he doesn't give a shit. He just does
cancel culture.
He just does it, and like he is what comedy is supposed to
Yeah.
be, man. It is. Go back and watch like even Richard Pryor, like
Ooh,
back in the day.
yeah.
Like, come on, man. Comedy back then was ruthless, and that's what made it funny.
Yeah, man, they didn't care about your feelings.
No, they did not care. about
That's 100% one of the biggest issues is they have to walk on eggshells when they're doing, especially comedy. It makes
Old
sense.
Chris
like,
Rock. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Watch Ralphie May.
Yeah, Ralphie May was
yeah.
great.
Great.
I
love him. I love him.
I love
Said
him.
a lot of crazy stuff.
He was very funny.
Yeah.
Talking about the different ways to finger blast a girl. That's one of the best clips.
And he's like,
dude, he goes on
500
for like
pounds.
35 seconds or 35 minutes, I should say. I can't think of it, but it was funny. All these different names.
And that's just, and like, look, think about it. Cancel culture came from where? The internet.
Yeah.
It came from a bunch of people getting offended all at one time. And they're like, we can't live this way anymore. And like now the whole world bends to the opinions of these people.
Yeah.
Because they all band
100%.
together on the internet.
And that's my point. I think the internet in a lot of ways made life worse.
For sure. It creates a sense of entitlement, man. Like, we all could complain about some sort of injustice or like, I want things my way.
Yeah.
I mean, but at the end of the day, it's about our personal responsibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that would be, and some of these things are like I'm a bodybuilder, right? So should I demand that every restaurant has a scale waiting for me when I get there?
Yeah, for
because
real.
that's how I live my life.
Yeah.
All right?
I need a
You should bend to the way
separate menu
I want you to. Yeah.
to prove
I want
that
a
you
separate
cook in
menu.
just
I
butter.
want a scale, and I don't want to pay anything
people,
extra
dude,
for
those
it.
people that go to and they record themselves ordering that way drives me insane. bro.
It's called personal responsibility, and it's got lost. It's lost.
Don't go out to eat.
or just worry about you, bro. If you don't like something, don't do it.
Yeah,
don't
that's
participate
my
in
point,
It.
yeah.
Don't listen to it. If you do like something, participate in it.
Exactly.
It's really simple,
Yeah.
man. I don't know why that feeling is lost. Like, we're in a place now in society where it's like, well, I feel this way, so therefore you should all feel this way. Like, no, sorry.
So can we agree, and I know you said this in a brief clip, but so far we've covered 90s and 2000s, best time to grow up, hands down.
Sorry, dude.
So far
Sorry,
we've
dude.
gaming systems, toys, cartoons. What am I missing?
I think also, phones, watching. I think the biggest shift is really just watching us come into the technological age. I mean, you watch the society change in front of us.
That's the point. Yeah, we got
watch
to live
society
through
change in
both.
front of our
We got
eyes.
to live through both.
Yeah.
Burnt CDs to being able to stream everything you want on
Yeah.
Spotify.
Yeah.
The again, the landline to the cell phone. Like
Yeah.
we went through both,
A lot.
and it is pretty cool.
It is cool.
to be able to say that.
Yeah,
you know?
it is. It is. We were fortunate, man. We were fortunate to be born when we were, and like see what we've seen, and be around the people we've been around, and watch culture change. A lot of people in a lot of different times had it a lot worse than us.
Agreed. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very
lot
glad
worse.
that we are.
For sure.
Our
And
age,
I
you know what
left
I mean?
I left a pinned comment on one of our reels. People were like, "Oh, we have the worst adulthood, though."
Yeah.
Dude, come on.
It's such a
Come
silly
on.
thing.
You
to
know
say.
who I think had a way worse adulthood than us? I don't know, the guys who fought in World War II, who were drafted,
Yeah.
the guys who were drafted to World War I and then came home to a Great Depression afterwards. I think they had a way worse adulthood.
Again,
than we
that
did.
just goes back to not wanting to take accountability because it's you're not happy with where your life's at, so
Yes,
you want to blame the
or
system.
With the fact that life is actually hard. It is difficult,
Yeah.
no matter who you are, where you are, what
Take
color
accountability.
You are. Life is difficult.
Take accountability.
and you have to make your way in the world no matter what or who you are,
Yep.
period.
Yeah, you can't. I completely disagree with that. Yeah, and quite a few people were saying that.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
The worst adulthood.
Oh, come on.
No.
Come on.
Best time to grow up, hands down.
Yeah.
If you guys could go back one more night when you were like 12 or 13, what would be your perfect night?
Ooh.
Like mine would be skateboarding and go and play Manhunt later on. You know,
Yeah,
that's what we used to do
that was
as a
good
kid.
time.
That's a solid one.
That was
You
a
know
good
what I'm
time.
saying? What was your guys' best moment? Like, if you can go back one more night as a kid, what would you do?
That's tough. You just said a really solid one. Like, I used to love playing Manhunt, man. Like, we would get the whole neighborhood together and play Manhunt. That was a ton of fun.
Mine's controversial. It's controversial. Yeah. So like me and my friends would just smoke weed and have the best time. You know, like it was just me and Josh and our friends Kenny and Tristan and David. And it was just, there was like 6 or 7 of us, Justin Brumley. There were just like 6 or 7 of us, and we would all just get together and smoke weed and laugh and have just the best time. Man.
Yeah, honestly, that is a
It
solid
really,
point
honestly,
too.
like I hate to promote that because like you shouldn't be doing that. I don't do that today. I'm a very different guy today. But if you asked me like what was some of my peak childhood experiences, like as a teenager, it was those nights. It was those nights where like
it is true,
we
man.
were so bonded together, you know, like through that one thing. And at the end of the day, it was harmless, you know, like we were just sitting in a room doing it. But it was fun to me. Then,
Yeah.
you know what I
No,
mean?
that's a solid point.
Yeah.
I would probably say the same thing. Like
Yeah.
we had a really tight group of friends, and Jason Matthews, you know Jason Matthews, we were always at his house, and we had some of the best times just hanging out inside, either watching TV or playing video games and smoking some weed.
Yeah. It's just being honest. You know?
Even if the weed wasn't included, like we always had a good time.
For
It didn't
sure.
have to be high, but
For sure.
obviously everything's funnier when
For
you,
sure.
when you
And,
have
like,
it-
look,
when
it
you
wasn't-
have a little weed.
It wasn't like it was today too. Like today, you can literally go into a store and buy weed. Like back then, it was like
You had to work
super
for it.
on the
You
hush.
had to work for it.
Super on the hush.
And it
you
came
gotta-
with seeds and sticks.
yes,
and
and you gotta really hope it was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It usually wasn't. And like I don't know. It was just when I think back to like some of the funniest moments, it was with those guys. Man.
Yeah,
It
same.
really was. It really
Yeah.
was.
Again, I just miss being outside and again riding skateboards and riding bikes with the group of friends. It was some of the best times.
Yeah.
Something so simple was some of the best times of my life.
Yeah, it really was.
Hockey, of course, was
Ramp 48,
amazing.
man, I miss
that was
Ramp
amazing.
48.
We used to go
Yeah.
on Wednesday nights and do the Bible study.
Yeah.
And me and my buddy Derek, I loved it, bro.
Yeah.
We'd spend so much time at Ramp 48.
Yeah, Ram 48 was a good time.
It was again an amazing time to grow up in.
Yeah.
Anytime I start getting on this topic, I get a little sad.
Me too.
'Cause it's
I'm gonna
not
go home
coming
then and be
back.
like, damn.
Yeah, It's not-
life
it's-
is just not the same,
it's
dude.
not coming
I'm
back.
so
just not
glad
the
we
same.
grew up, though,
Yeah,
when we did.
100%.
And not now.
Yeah, I know.
100%. No,
know.
I'm very thankful.
Yeah,
So I guess
yeah, we sound like
yeah.
a bunch of old guys.
Yeah.
Now. Like back in my day.
yeah. We covered it. We definitely had the best childhood. If you disagree, it's okay. Go ahead and share your stories. Tell us
Yeah, there's
why
gonna be
your
that one
childhood was
guy.
better. But if you grew up in our timeline, I don't
You're
want to
gonna know.
hear the
You're gonna
boohoo
agree.
comments of we have the worst adulthood.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
Yeah, not even close.
You give some reasons as to why, but yeah, that's my take.
Yeah, same here. So like, look, did the internet ruin the world? Maybe. It ruined our world. No, we could say that. It did. It made our life different. It hit a sweet spot, and then it changed everything. And now we're in this strange place where the internet runs everything, and soon robots are going to run everything.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to be scared of the internet,
Yeah,
of
I know.
AI.
I know.
We had this conversation today.
I know.
But
I
that's
know.
a whole separate conversation.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're a child of the 90s, early 80s, I'll even give you the early 2000s. Comment down below. Give us your birth year. Peace out. Bye.
Bye, guys.